Chimaev didn't give Whittaker a chance, as Khamzat proved everything to everyone. The high-profile UFC 308 tournament ended in Abu Dhabi, UAE on October 26. In the co-main event match, undefeated Chechen fighter Khamzat Chimaev shared the octagon with Australian Robert Whittaker. We tell you what happened in one of the most anticipated fights of the second half of the year in the MMA industry. Before the fight, it was clear that Chimaev would rely on wrestling skills where he had a clear advantage on paper. Khamzat did not delay. He immediately comes in with the trumps. Boers passes to transition and begins to improve his position at the net. Whittaker defends for a long time and desperately, but Chimaev still managed to gain a foothold. He takes his backhand, puts Robert in a very difficult situation. Here it is, Boers' work. He just doesn't let go of his opponent and is constantly trying to finish. Whittaker still makes a mistake and gets caught in a jaw pinch. The former UFC champion is forced to capitulate. It took Chimaev 3.5 minutes to win. The dynamics of the match in the Stars Fight app. Robert Whittaker did not seem to miss the heavy blows from Khamzat Chimaev. However, the damage Boers inflicted on him was still serious. As it turned out after the fight, Chimaev broke his opponent's jaw. And he did it with the help of a combat technique. Chimaev brought his professional record to 14-0. The Chechen fighter showed a dominant performance in the fight against Robert Whittaker, 24-2 in the number of thrown strikes, 21-2 in landed strikes in favor of Boers, and 3 minutes 12 seconds control in the stalls from the Chechen. Khamzat received a score of 7.8 from Stats Fight Performance. As for Whittaker, who could not match anything against his opponent, he earned a rating of 6.3. Recently, Khamzat Chimaev has received a lot of criticism. Before the fight with Whittaker, fans accused the undefeated prospect of constantly withdrawing from fights, rarely fighting, and generally being very overrated, hinting at his problems with cardio in fights with such tops as Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman. However, the fight with Robert Whittaker put everything in its place. Khamzat responded very vividly and unequivocally to his critics with the victory, making it clear that he was indeed a champion-caliber fighter. 9 finished in the first round in 14 fights in professional MMA. Sounds scary. Immediately after the fight, Khamzat Chimaev expressed a desire to fight for the UFC middleweight championship belt, which is currently held by Dricus du Plessis. And it's worth admitting that Boers deserves it. 8-0 in the UFC and the status of one of the most media fighters in the industry. What else do you need to get a title holder? The head of the UFC, Dana White, probably thinks so too. But at a press conference after the tournament, the functionary did not give an exact answer to this question. I congratulated Khamzat, said it was a great fight, and promised him that we would talk soon. Who will fight for the title next, Sean Strickland or Khamzat Chimaev? That's a good question. Call me on Tuesday. If you like this review, then put a like it. You can view statistics and analytics of other UFC 308 fights in our Stats Fight UFC and MMA Maker app, available in the App Store and Google Play.